Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Two Guys in a Ghost. I am your co-host, Conrad, a.k.a. Cypher52. To my left, I have my co-host, Barry.
Hey, everybody, I'm Barry, a.k.a. Vanson.
Yep, right on. So we're here to talk about Destiny news and other topics that interest us. So we'll be going over some of that. But first, before we get to that...
Talk about news?
Yeah, there's all kinds of news.
News. Anyway, topics.
All right. And other things like news and topics.
All
right.
Some lore.
Toppings? No.
Toppings. I love toppings.
But for
Turkey
real.
Day.
So a little bit about me. I've been playing shooters for about 15 to 20 years, give or take 5 years.
His whole life.
Started out at Combat Evolved. Moved on to the Call of Duty series, played a little Fable, Bioshock, other things like that. Got into Destiny back in 2014 when it dropped.
You played Bioshock?
Been playing, yeah, both the first one and the second one.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't played Infinite yet, but
no, okay, yeah.
I will.
Maybe
they have the remastered thing. It's awesome.
Looks
I want to get that.
Looks good.
$30 for 3 fucking amazing games. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sorry about the F-bomb.
Yeah.
Not really.
Kids. We talked about this. Your games. What you do.
I've been playing Destiny pretty hardcore for the last 3 years, and I love it and love the lore behind it, and I'm looking forward to Destiny 2. So,
it timed out. Yeah. So yeah, that's Conrad.
That's me.
Or Cypher.
Go ahead, Barry.
So yeah,
tell us about you.
In contrast to my man Cypher here, who is like a first-person god, he can kill me a lot and does. I'm RPG, man. Like I got into games. It was pretty much sports and RPGs for me. Yeah. I mean, I did back in the day on the old N64. We played GoldenEye, baby. GoldenEye.
You're so old.
Oh man, no, I do not. I was college.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, that was high school.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, and then we got Halo in college. Combat Evolved, Halo 2 actually, technically.
Absolutely.
And man, beautiful. Loved it. And then, like, honestly, went back to my RPG roots. Didn't play any first-person shooters a lot for a long time since Halo 3, really. Yep. And of course, Madden. I used to actually be killing at Madden, but
yeah, he's a beast.
Everyone.
He's a beast. He will not shit up.
Well,
consistently.
I
have my games.
He does. He does have his games, but like it's like back in the day when like not so many people knew about all the teams and all the players. That gave me an advantage. Nowadays, people have caught up to that because media's out there so much. And got all that.
You got access to information. Boom at your fingertips. Everyone can look.
So now you got it's really leveled the playing field. But yeah, this guy got me into Destiny. He just wanted me to get it, and he's like, it's an RPG shooter. I'm like, okay. I picked it up one time.
I was pretty persistent about it.
and you and the dudes, you and the guys and the kills dragged me. I have no idea. It was just like a screaming blur of light when I.
That campaign, we played through the campaign. Yeah. And
it was Taken King. So I was like, year 2. I'm year 2, people. Sorry, I know.
Taken Tot.
So but I what really drew me, because I got away from Destiny actually for a while. I 9 months.
I mean, you were in it for a little bit.
Yeah, I was in it
slightly,
for a little bit,
and then you took a
for
huge
year
break.
2, and then like 6 month break.
Working on comics and things like that.
Yeah, working on comics, doing my thing because you'll see that stuff, people. But then I don't know, I just got back into it one week, and it was Bife, or I'm sorry, it was those damn lore people on YouTube that are so good that I love so much. They brought me in like it was actually like the last word, because I found this gun that I loved, and because I sucked with every other gun, and the lore behind that stuff, it just sucked me in because that wasn't in the game, but it was beautiful besides that.
Oh yeah, that story's great.
Yeah,
It'd be amazing to see that animated or something like that.
Oh hell yeah, man.
It'd be freaking sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a little about me behind my games and how I got into this amazing game that really, like, I have not been into a game like Destiny since I had a horrible addiction to Star Wars Galaxies.
Your new horrible addiction.
You're right, my new horrible addiction. But this is productive, right? We're doing things.
No, agreed. I've slightly backed off a little bit, trying to play some other things in the meantime while Destiny 2 is pending. But
and we'll be streaming those probably.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I'm going to be playing some Overwatch.
You'll be listening to me
on Twitch. We'll be playing some more Destiny. Maybe trying to go to the Lighthouse. We'll see how that goes. People, don't hold your breath. Yeah. All right. So from there, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic.
Yeah, was that we're going to intro into Destiny 2? Yeah, we can definitely. We just keep on. We'll let this out. We can easily get
okay.
this out. Okay. So what we're going to talk about is
let's talk about our like a
the how we what
do you want to do? Oh, okay. Take to Destiny 2.
What are you talking about?
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2. Okay.
Our takes on everything.
Yeah. All right. So Destiny 2 dropped within a month. Almost close to a month ago now.
Yeah. What feels like a month.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The big reveal for Destiny 2. All the big time community people went to my home state and kicked it in Seattle and had fun and brought back some amazing content for us. A whole week was just freaking seriously, it was Christmassy.
Right?
It was Christmassy in May for me. I mean, yeah, it was fun. And like how much energy they brought to their videos. It was good stuff. It was great. It was great content. Like, and a lot of it was repeat of it. Like, a lot of it was a repeat of a lot of stuff. Like, the people were sharing, community people were sharing their videos with people. I was watching it all.
Yeah, the same.
I watched every single one of them. Yeah, it's like, I'm like, oh my God, it's so cool. Oh, this is awesome. Then, like, you have, like, the lore guys who go and grab, like, the little pieces of this and that. Did you notice this? Did you notice that?
Right.
And I love that. I'm like, no, things. I did not, but tell me about it.
Look at these swords and things like that. And I'm like, there were swords?
I saw the sword. I saw some,
but, like...
Yeah. So it looks really awesome. Sweet. What do you think about like just what we saw, the classes?
You know, as far as the classes go, I think it's going to be pretty cool to have additional subclasses. My concern is how they're going to tweak the other ones, and how they're going to play along with the new ones. Are there going to be more than the 4, being the original 3 and the new, you know,
what we've seen?
3, you know, Are you going to have 4 potential subclasses? Or are we talking like 6? Mm-hmm. You know, that would be freaking sweet. I don't know if we'll see that. DLC time. No, we'll see.
We're done with that. DLC time. No. But yeah, man, they have me excited. Like, I really like the Captain America. Like, I know everyone calling it Captain America, whatever. It's good stuff. I like it. It looks fun.
Yeah.
No. The Defender Titan, we have not seen all that he can do because the Bubble Titan was he would save your ass sometimes.
Yeah.
This guy looks a little more viable in PvP.
And I wonder if he does have some like defensive qualities.
Well, yeah. Well, there's that one.
It's a shield.
Well, there's that one thing where it shows him with like the warlock right following behind him, just lighting it up with the machine gun, and he's just like there, just trucking along with the Captain America style. That looks awesome.
Let's talk about Arcstrider then.
Arcstrider.
What do you think about that?
I don't know, man. Like everyone's calling it pole dancer, which is that is funny stuff. I like that
dancing thing.
Yeah, you know they
they are fancy bitches.
Well, you know,
if there's a fancy, classy, chauvinistic
style, chauvinistic. We are not a little bit.
You've seen those capes. We've all seen the capes. All right, anyways, so
and then you have the Dawn Blade, man, which is just insane.
Super badass. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Everyone loves it.
It's like Hammer's.
It's like let's take that one that was kind of like cool, but people, you know, it was like I don't know. Are they still gonna have the self-res? Who knows? But this thing where you like start throwing waves of sword at people and just being awesome.
I think it's more like what they expect your standard casual fan to want. They want something offensive. You don't want. Most people aren't going to want to play a Bubble Titan or a Res Warlock or a Night Stalker Hunter. Right. So here's your offensive classes for all the little kiddies to be like, dude, I was fucking on fire and I was throwing flame blades at things and I was throwing a void shield around killing everything.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
It's like
the
little streamlined stuff. It's
the way you mentioned the bubble, the self res, and the tether boy.
Yeah,
those are all very like they're not straight offensive. They're defensive. They're
more
support classes almost, except for selfish res. I mean,
whatever.
Yeah, right.
It has some buffs. I don't know if there's
actually they did have some buffs. That whole class had some buffs actually, but all of them did. All 3 of those classes had buffs. And I actually like that. It actually had a strategy to it. So I'm hoping these ones, or the changes that they make to these things, of course, now I don't know what they're going to do with Arcstrider, because everyone, I mean...
I'm wondering,
Blade Dancer got nerfed in year 3, motherfuckers.
Right.
I mean...
And that thing wasn't even as widely used at that point.
Do you want to talk shoulder charge? Do you want to talk shoulder charge?
No, we're not going to get into that.
Okay.
They've already fixed it for you. It's... Oh, they have. I mean, as far as let's talk about some news.
We do. We got news. Cut.
So, I did read today that there was some type, or was it a YouTube vid that was saying that there isn't going to be any new patches for Destiny.
No, there's not. Yeah, it was yesterday.
What they've put out there is it, which is crazy. I feel like I mean, I know Destiny 2 is on the horizon. The beta's coming, but let's give it one last little touch. They probably don't have the resources to dedicate to that.
You know? That's it. Like I was watching. I don't know who I was watching. I was watching. I'm gonna keep on dropping these people. I'm sorry. Such a whore. I'm gonna keep on like Briar Rabbit and his crew. I think it was awesome. Beastly Thoughts, because they all like, you know, the whole Destiny community. I love those guys. Briar Rabbit was doing his crew thing, and they were talking about that. And they were talking about like, would you rather have them do little tweaks to right now to Destiny with what they have, or just keep those resources dedicated to Destiny 2?
Yeah, when you put it
and
like
you
that,
know, I mean, logic dictates that just Destiny 2. You know, Destiny 1 has time.
Enough.
Yeah, it's close enough now. Let's just get this thing out. Maybe after Destiny 2 if they want to fix it, but we know that's just not going to happen. I mean, who knows?
It could.
The only thing that I would mind seeing is maybe just make it so those goddamn sidearms. You know what? Just a wormwood. You know, just take that thing. If you want to make it into a melee weapon where they have to throw it at us, I'm okay with that. Fucking.
You could like double or triple the time to kill on that and still beat so much things.
Well, the range is ridiculous, man. Its stats don't line up with anything that's compared to like they're.
I mean, honestly, I haven't encountered it to the point where it's like range is killing me on it. It's the time to kill. I'm dead before I can notice.
Yeah, well, no, like I have the Vespian Dynasty, you know, year 2 Queen's Choice, and in the base stats and then like I have like, you know, I have crazy rolls on that bad boy, and. I've smoked a lot of wormwoods because I was trying to get some Future War Cult hand cannons. I think it was the whale. I was trying to get a nice ranged whale with Luck in the Chamber on it, but I kept on getting freaking wormwood. But so I know what I've seen the comparisons. I've done a lot because I have a god roll on the Queen's Choice, and every single time it's range. So like all that the intrinsic perks behind it, you know, the hidden perks, also you can look on dim. They're better every single time, but this thing, when we do the tests on it, the wormwood's just better. It has better range. It's ridiculous. Right. The time to kill is, I think, it's like a 100th of a second faster than the last word, which is just nuts. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So tangent.
F you
wormwood.
Yeah. Fuck the wormwood.
Hashtag.
I totally got one to drop with decent perks, and I'm just using it as an asshole. Just as a
you can't get like bad perks on anything. Almost I've never seen a bad. I got Mulligan, which I wouldn't really give two shits about.
I don't think it matters with
Wormwood. It's like, yeah, I got more than 12 rounds, jerk.
Right.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so yeah, it'd be nice if the devs at B could maybe rectify that, but what they've said, they're not. What they've dropped, they're not going to. And hey, that's okay. That's okay. You know, we got Destiny 2 coming where I can man a sidearm for real. Just kidding. Kind of.
Right on. Okay, so let's talk about, speaking of which, Destiny 2 is on the horizon. What is the legacy of Destiny 1? What is it going to be remembered as? Do you think it's going to be remembered more for its amazing moments or its failures? Or both? I mean, everyone's going to probably look at both, realistically, at least.
Well,
But, you have some people in the community who are more focused on the hate and criticism and the saltiness and the Trail of Tears.
Well, I think, you know what, honestly, you and a lot of year 3 people can answer that question better than I can. But, like, was it Dado, his video? That with like his
in
like,
summary,
that's amazing. Dado, was it 2 weeks ago he dropped that?
It was about 2 weeks ago.
Look up Dado, y'all, and check out his just summary of like his experience going through like the beginning of Destiny.
He covers every little update, the meta for the time.
Well, and like it's like a journal.
It
was a struggle. It was
putting out content.
Yeah, it sums it up awesomely. It's a great summary of the Destiny experience, especially year 1.
Yeah, adventure.
Especially year 1 for an indie content creator. You know, and yeah, right. But it's cool. I mean, I just loved it for what the insight that he brought.
Right, and that's why I shared it to you. I was like, you got to see this. Yeah. I mean, you probably had already watched it.
I did.
But I was like, dude, these are the shits we went through in year 1 and like over another half of a year in, waiting for, Taken King to drop, and it was just dead and like,
yeah, man.
There was so much.
I can't imagine that. Like I left I left
and
after
I still loved that game.
You know,
like, and they had.
Oh man, you were so up on it, man. Like the app, like this guy was like showing me this app and all this crazy gear. I'm like, you know, this is the sexiest looking game, really. I mean, like you can get like this gear and you get this app. I'm like, oh damn, you know. I'm like, every time he would show me that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this thing. And then we work together at our day jobs. Yeah. So then I escape, and I forget I'm out, and I forget, and I'd be free, and I'd forget about it, right? And then eventually one time he's like, it was just too cool, it was just too beautiful for me to pass up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this thing. I was probably pissed at my girlfriend at the time also that day. I'm like, oh, I gotta
fuck her.
Deal with that shit.
Video games,
escapism. But so we went with that. And you guys experience that now. My experience is very much different than people who beta and did all stuff. Like right. for all the people who are in all these huge Destiny communities, very much different because not quite mythic, but it was to me like I always heard about this game because I remember seeing the beta content. I remember seeing it at E3 and like how it was beautiful, and I was thinking about buying it. Like because I was more of a PC guy at the time. I was working because I do. PC for my art and all that stuff, yes. And I hadn't bought my Xbox yet. Yeah, I hadn't bought it yet. So my take on my legend with Destiny, it's I get salty because I'm not the best PvPer, but
he wants to be.
And
not for lack of effort. You put in a lot of effort.
I do.
Research, grinding for guns, testing
dude, yeah,
guns.
I test. Yeah. I'm the best worst player when it comes to like guns and like I know all this stuff. Like super I know, dedicated, I'm just not that good.
Execution.
And
be 4 enemies deep and try to take them on.
It works. After I'm dead and Conrad cleans them all up.
Assist City.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like yeah. Okay, it's not gonna look that good when it's a 0.3.
So, I think for me, like Destiny is gonna be its strongest when it first came out because it was so much mystique, so much to figure out still.
Yeah, the mystique.
It didn't lose you right away. At least me, I tried to take the game slowly. I didn't want to absorb it all too quickly, so I took my time in it. In that way, I wasn't through it in like 10 hours and done with the story right. And bored. The narrative obviously wasn't as apparent, but just like the stage that they set up and like the whole little cinematic with the first time you see the Traveler and that little cinematic which it drops and like just the way all that art and the way it was done like just hooked.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
I mean that like when I bought that game and plugged it in and thank God like I'm playing it and like you and Sithic and Kells, you're all in the background, right? I'm dropping into the game, and then it plays through the cinematic, right? When it mutes all you motherfuckers. I'm sorry. It mutes all you guys, and I'm like, this is just so cool. I mean, it's so cool. Right. It has like the people land on Mars, the astronauts land on Mars, and it's like, damn, man, like this is big time. It's just so epic.
The thing drops and you're just like,
it's just so. I mean, that's Bungie though. Really,
that was it.
This kind of encompasses Bungie. I mean, Destiny really encompasses Bungie. It's like it's like Bungie's career is summed up in Bungie's company, maybe I should say, in the 3 years we've had with Destiny. I mean.
Only that, I mean they've created those great moments in
all other games, but I'm saying like just as a whole, you take that and like you can reflect the same thing into a microcosm of Destiny.
Yeah,
and so like that to me, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that to me was just so captivating.
Right, like that was the huge thing, and I was like, God, that's insane. I was just like,
and then I got killed in PvP. That was the end of it. No, actually made me more hungry.
No, but I've had some great moments in it, and I mean,
like to me the lore, like the biggest thing is the lore, and the lore is because of these videos that I found through the Destiny community, which was huge, And
Bife,
Mylan Games, now Sir Wayland. I know I'm gonna forget some, but I find them and I eat that content up, and like this stuff, I find this stuff because I'm putting in long hours with my art or whatever else I'm doing. Usually it's just stuff I have playing in the background, but then it's like, oh, it just sounds so fun. And that would drive me just to get more into Destiny. Like, it really sucked me in. And I've said to you before that, like, I'm older now, so I don't look forward to games like I used to, right?
Yeah,
there's not a game that, this is it. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, kids, but it's gonna happen. and Mass Effect and Andromeda had that for me for a little while.
Yeah.
And it's in its own right. It's got its own thing going on, but Destiny 2, I am looking forward to that game.
Right.
Like that game, like if it's continuing Destiny 1, and hopefully we're gonna have more story, right? That's what they're saying to us. And there's people in the community, we can talk about that later. It's gonna kind of upset about that.
Yeah.
But how they're presenting it, just cutting out the grimoires, which is sad.
Kind of. It depends on if they nail it and put the grimoire in the game,
right?
Lore in the game. If it's in there heavily enough where it matters, I don't give a shit about grimoire cards.
No, I'm with you on that.
They make that game how it should have been. No. How it should have been.
But yeah, no, that's an RPG element that they messed up on.
If it's in
but I'm talking about as far as the when you put the controller down, and I'm walking around making dinner because I like to get crazy my dinner.
I gotcha.
And I'm cooking all this meal. I have the guys talking in the background. I have buy from the guys talking in the background. So I hope that they don't suffer. Like they have some talents, man. We've talked about.
Agreed.
I mean, I'm not gonna not to say, everyone's not as talented, but Bife in particular, I'm sorry, but he's got extreme talent. He is genius, and that's just fun to eat up while you're not in the game. Now, as an RPG game, where the disappointments were, they weren't obviously there before, which everyone knows that it's well documented. Yeah. I would have liked to see, as many have voiced to the community recently about how the grimoire, they could have done both. They could keep the RPG elements in there and have a storyline in there, and then put a little bit more tiny little tangents and like fun little facts. Those things are like those. The grimoires, they're fun little Halo facts. Like that
you could have like collectibles or whatever in the game, and then you could read them.
Absolutely.
Tons of games do that. Gears does that.
Yeah, so I hope to see that. Hopefully that doesn't suffer so much. But yeah, as far as being like looking forward to Destiny 2, like I'm looking forward to just all that. Like some of the storylines continuing, some of the new storylines being brought forward.
Resolved,
resolved, and the new ones. So
I think I just think it's been a great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We've obviously you have Destiny community, you have LFG places, you got the forums, you have all these people that have come together because of this game and grown their talent and became something because of this game.
That's something. I think that's what's really sucked me in.
Yeah.
Like. For example, this is going old school, but Knights of the Old Republic. It's probably my favorite. It's my number one game probably of all time. Number one. You don't have to go far for the lore of Star Wars. You don't have to go far for a huge community on that, right? Yeah. I mean, it's already there. It's built in. Yeah. And back when that came out back in 2003 now, Jesus. But you didn't have to go much farther, but you still wanted more of that game. It just wasn't out there. Yeah. Destiny, because of just how big it was originally, the hype that led into it built a community, and then the lore that wasn't there built a community, and then all the PvP players and all that's there. So it's like the community really that draws someone like me in.
Agreed. And we made tons of awesome friends.
Yeah,
here we play with consistently. It's awesome.
It's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, that's something that I don't get other places. And life is life. And so when you have like a down moment, and it's nice to just plug in that escape. Yeah. Fire it up, put the headset on, and then talk to people who don't even, not it's not crass on that, but don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about your bad day, and they're just like, hey man, this is going on. Let's come go. Let's go. Do this raid or whatever. Strike if it's me because we suck at raids.
Suck at some strikes too.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so
Destiny or thoughts on what we thought about how to wrap up. What kind of legend Destiny 1 will leave in your mind?
I don't know.
More
a great first.
Is it bittersweet?
And a lesson learned.
A lesson learned, huh?
Yeah.
Is it your lesson learned or their lesson learned?
Hopefully theirs.
Yeah. Because I know you won't learn. Sorry.
And maybe some lessons learned on the gaming side, or the community side. More realistic expectations. I mean, it was
its hype that big?
It was like it was presented in such a light that was way beyond what they could have ever achieved. Obviously, in retrospect,
I missed that. That's crazy. I'm glad I missed that.
I'd be heard this shit.
I'd be so salty.
We got a 10-year plan for this game. It's just gonna be you're gonna grow as a guardian throughout this game for forever, and like you're gonna have the same guardian, and you and your weapons will grow, and this will be like a growing, expanding world. You're gonna be out in the wilderness just fighting shit. Like it was just like, holy God, are you kidding? We're gonna have this super badass app. It's gonna be so connective, and your friends are gonna be there to play all the time. And none of that was really delivered in the way that it seemed like it was.
It seems like it was like maybe 20% of everything. You know, it's like
yeah, there's an app. You got to still do this and that.
Yeah, it's a little more with that. Come on,
exactly.
Don't be stingy.
It was, the story that was there 20%. It was all that stuff.
That's just. See, I can understand now why Sithic's a little salty and stuff. Like he's so bitter.
It was when I first played the beta at his house. This is before I had an Xbox One, and this was like a year after the Xbox One came out, almost a year.
Yeah, right.
He had got a day one edition.
Mm-hmm.
He had me come over to play the beta, obviously.
Yeah.
The first second I picked up the shotgun.
Oh man, fucking shotguns.
Picked up shotgun in that first story mission. It was over. Like I was getting an Xbox that day.
Damn.
That is how good their gunplay felt. That I instantly felt how amazing just that one weapon and the world that I was in made me feel. I was told him, I'm getting an Xbox just so we can play this beta. When this comes out, I'm going to get it, obviously. Yeah. And I know how shooters feel. I know how guns feel.
Yeah, you
weapons.
do.
All that shit matters, especially coming from Halo.
Well, that's just it. Like, the last Halo game I loved, and I don't remember if it was a third person or first person, but it was Halo Reach.
Reach, yeah.
And that storyline I love. I that was a unique Halo game to me. Right. I like those extra tidbits we get with movies and stories, like the behind the
not the storyline, like main storyline.
Yeah, trilogy, but sometimes the depth you get. I always enjoy that stuff. And from back in the day when I was a young kid, man, Halo was amazing. Like it was a gunplay because the Halo story, especially Halo 1 and 2, 2 was getting better, but like the storyline, it wasn't the most enriching or deep.
Absolutely,
but it was like just fun, like running around killing.
It was how good
the gunplay felt.
Yeah,
and it's just
it was intuitive.
All that stuff.
Innovative. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're cool, man. You're right. And Destiny, I can see like how that would like if I was paying attention more, if I was more with it with the gaming community at that time, I would like, man, Halo with an RPG element backstory and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I would have been like, sign me up. Where's the forums?
Exactly.
Where's every? I'm gonna get this.
That's what it was, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it was.
I can see that. So yeah, so lesson learned for you, huh?
Lesson learned for hopefully everybody.
Yeah. With me, like I said, to me it's more roses because the only thing I have salt about is just not being the PvP guy that I want to be. But
I deserve to be.
Right. I should be. It's my birthright. No, but it just I want more of what I've gotten.
Yeah.
And it's been fun. Like there's some dry content. I've been back for a year now, and it's dry content. And a little bit, but PvP, like I'm still trying to be better at PvP, so that keeps me busy. I am playing Overwatch now because man, that's just a beautiful, fun game. It's so different,
very different,
so different that I love it. And we'll probably talk about that eventually, maybe. Yeah. And
we'll do some streaming on that.
Yeah, definitely
as well.
Yeah, streaming. We can see. Like I'm actually pretty good, dude. I went 21-1 in one game with my Orosa, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, you were getting like.
I was getting buffed. Yeah. I was getting buffed. Yeah, we had a healer that was just. She knew who the tank was, and she loved me.
Huge difference.
Yeah, it was good. It was a fun time. Right. We ruled. So anyway, yeah. So.
So we'll go ahead and wrap up.
Wrap with that.
So we're wanting to do some contests, if you will, or.
Is that what we're doing?
I don't know that I would call it a contest.
Is it a contest?
Comment contest. Go ahead and list the top 3 weapons that you want to see us use in the Crucible. And we'll go ahead and get some gameplay clips of that next video. At the end, you can see our awesome fails or extreme highlights utilizing these weapons.
You'll notice how there will be videos that will tend to lean one way or another.
Yeah.
So highlights for this guy.
We'll see.
And maybe not for this guy.
It really depends on what gets.
Give us some over-unders too also if you got, man. Because, like, I mean, yeah, like what you think my crazy ass will do with whatever horrible or awesome gun. And what this guy's cheating ass will do with a horrible or awesome gun.
We'll randomly pick some of those selections, and then we'll show you guys those clips next time.
Randomly my ass, I'm going to grab fucking that god roll gun I can find.
Let's hope so.
That's
the best one. Hopefully it'll work.
Yeah.
Anyways, leave us the comments. Leave it
down below.
Your recommendations in the comments below, and we'll go ahead and roll some clips for you guys now, so you can see some of our gameplay before we get to.
Yep. And maybe we'll even comment on this stuff. I don't know. We can comment.
Yeah, we probably will.
And like always, subscribe.
Absolutely.
To the site if you haven't, and look at other videos on here. We got some good, fun content coming your guys' way.
Follow us on Twitch. Catch our streams.
We'll
be tearing it up in Destiny and obviously Overwatch.
Or running, so we're not tearing up. Or pouring up.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. We'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Bye.
Peace.